So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's kick off the SDG Investment Forum ASEAN 2022 with two welcoming remarks. First by Mr. Faroze Nadar, Executive Director of UN Global Compact Network Malaysia and Brunei UNGCMYB, and following that will be by Mr. Alberto de Paoli, CFO of ENEL and CFO Coalition Co-Chair. So first up, please welcome Mr. Faroze Nadar.
Okay. Thank you, Rahim. Distinguished partners, respected speakers, and valued participants. Assalamualaikum, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for joining us physically and virtually at the inaugural ASEAN SDG Investment Forum 2022. I'm really glad you could join us today despite the anxiety all of us are feeling the past couple of days. I am excited that the UN Global Compact Network Malaysia and Brunei is co-hosting this event in collaboration with the UN Global Compact Sustainable Finance Team for the first time in Asia, bringing together many insightful and experienced speakers today. We are all in for a treat. For those of you who may be unfamiliar with us, the United Nations Global Compact is the world's largest corporate sustainability movement with over 15,000 participants globally. Here in Malaysia and Brunei, we have 180 plus participants consisting of large corporates as well as SMEs, and collectively we aim to raise sustainability ambitions of businesses focusing on the UNGC 10 principles around environment, labor, human rights, and anti-corruption. I would like to invite all to be part of our global network and work with us to make sustainability a business strategy. To our participants, as ever, thank you so much for your continuous support. Sustainable finance and investments are now at the forefront of responsible business. By harnessing the value of finance and investment, expected and needed sustainability actions now have solid business cases at decision-making level. This is arguably the single most important factor in making ESG a strategy mainstay and mainstream for the private sector. Regulations are going even further by mandating sustainability components for banks and investment across ASEAN, which is fast reshaping how capital markets, financiers, investors, and users to become more responsible as a response to an era of low carbon and socially responsible economies. Hence, we felt it was apt for us to bring all of us together to discuss and explore the what, why, who, and how of sustainable financing and investment, especially from the corporate angle. We hope ASEAN CFOs will spearhead initiatives that will enable better supply-demand dynamics in the growing sustainable debt market. CFOs and finance professionals can be key actors in making sustainability mainstream, for example, by adopting and linking various sustainability performance targets as part of financial instruments. They will also play a key role in the just transition discourse by balancing financial performance expectations with needed sustainability ambition as a reality. I would like to thank our partners, Sarawak Energy, our knowledge partner, Bloomberg, and all supporting partners for being part of this forum. Thank you to the Sustainable Finance team for co-hosting this forum with us here in Malaysia. I also thank the speakers for taking time to share your insight and knowledge to the over 500 physical and virtual registered participants for today. Your support is invaluable. I hope this will inspire more sustainable finance and investment actions across board and serve as a call to action to all ASEAN CFOs to be part of UNGC's CFO coalition to carry the voice of developing nations in shaping a better future for all. Thank you all, and I wish you a productive event ahead.
Distinguished colleagues and attendees, welcome to our next chapter of SDG Investment Forum in Kuala Lumpur, the first of Asian area. First of all, let me say that it's very, very important that we now are enlarging the print of our coalition, and I hope that your works will be fruitful in this sense. SDG Coalition is a coalition made by CFO starting from 2018, where we started in a very, very few number, with the aim to try to help achieving the Sustainable Development Goal in a way to activate the financial arm that was and is still in a gap that has to be fulfilled in the next year quickly. What we did since the beginning was to first define the principles, and principles are what we think is the way in which CFOs may act within the companies to drive the companies into a sustainable business, and on the other side to drive investments and financing accordingly. After that, because the coalition of CFOs works on target, we set among all the CFO participants ambitious targets to move and to have and to report that this coalition was really driving investments and financing towards the SDG achievement. We set 500 billion euros of investments since 2025, and to have all our finance set at 50% on sustainable finance on total. I'm very keen to say, as we announced in the last General Assembly in New York, that we are already well on track in achieving these ambitious targets. We have already said that we have invested more than 100 billion euros since 2022, and that our sustainable finance is already 34% in incidence of the overall finance, with on a road to reach 50% in 2025. So we are doing well, and we are doing well also looking at the period in which we established and we are working within the coalition, a period of crisis like the pandemic one, the war crisis, the energy crisis, and also the effects, because all the crises are now driving into the world. So I'm very, very happy that coalition is working and is delivering. On the other side, the very important point that now we are seeking for is to enlarge our coalition, because only having a large coalition of CFOs that will apply the principles and will try together with us to reach ambitious target, we can drive the change in the sustainable finance and the way in which companies may help to reach SDGs, and to challenge also the steps related to the crisis we are living today. So having said that, I hope that in these meetings, in your meeting, you may have a sense of what we want to do and the importance that driving the financial world into a sustainable perspective is one of the most important aspects to have SDGs reached and a better world. So have a great summit, and thank you all.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Alberto de Paoli. Grazie mille, Mr. Alberto de Paoli. And before that, thank you, Mr. Faroze Nadar, for the welcome remarks.